All right, it's the top of the hour, and so welcome to Redox Nurse Talk. I'm Doria Stewart from Atlanta, Georgia, and my co-host is Cindy Reed, an RN from Nashville, Tennessee, and we are independent associates with a global research cellular health company called ASEA. Our company is the only company in the world that has the cell signaling supplement, which you're going to be hearing about here shortly. Our mission is to educate the public about this wonderful breakthrough, and so that you can be informed about what this is and make an informed decision for your health or possibly for your wealth. And what you're about to hear is not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure anything. It just allows your body to heal itself. We believe it's a gift of hope, and everyone deserves to needs to hear about it. So we really do want to thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule this evening to be with us. And we're really excited to have an amazing couple on this evening, Don and Linda Chaney, which Cindy Reed will be interviewing after we watch a video. And we do like to show a video every week, and we choose different ones, but we've chosen again Alan Noble's Real Redox Results video. And on this, you'll see the review of what this technology is. And what I love about it, there's validation from 8 PH or medical physicians validating our products. So we'll be watching that here shortly. And then you can go back later and go to www.realredoxresults.com, and we'll put that on the chat if you've not seen that before, which the password is Redox. And then you'll see, you can search some other testimonies on there. There's about 154 testimonies that you can see, and it's listed as what's important to you. But we're thankful that we have a live testimony this evening that you'll be hearing, and I'm excited as well. So I'm going to let Cindy go ahead and roll the video here, and then she's going to take it from here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doria. And like Doria said, we're going to show Alan Nobles from the website realredoxresults.com. We're having those technical difficulties already. Okay, hang on just a minute. Let me close out and go back to diminish this because for some reason, here we go. All right, didn't have the right one pulled up. Okay, I'm gonna get back to where I was with you, Doria. Hang on just a minute.
Hello, my name is Alan Noble. I've been involved in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to introduce you to a cutting-edge health technology that we call ASEA Redox. ASEA Redox represents a new category in health and wellness that for 2 decades science had declared was impossible. It could not be done. And yet today, health and medical experts around the world are calling ASEA Redox one of the single greatest health science breakthroughs of our lifetime. Now, a great place to get started is to get clear on what ASEA Redox is not. It's not a vitamin, a mineral, an antioxidant supplement. It's not an exotic juice, essential oil, or a CBD oil. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of those things. I'm just saying they're not ASEA Redox. This technology goes beyond nutrition. It goes beyond ingredients, and yet it has the power to impact your health at a depth that no other supplement has ever come close to achieving. For many people, ASEA Redox is the missing link to better health and vitality. Now, to understand this technology, you've got to realize that your body is the most complex communication network on Earth. Every second of every day, your cells are signaling and communicating critical messages for health, healing, and repair. If there's any breakdown in that signaling, you cannot achieve your full health potential. You see, this signaling impacts every system, every organ, every function of your body. You could say that if your cells can't signal, then little else matters. Now, you've probably heard it said that we live and die at the cellular level. If you want a healthy heart, have healthy heart cells. If you want healthy lungs, have healthy lung cells. Well, as science looks deeper inside your 75 trillion cells, they've discovered a very special set of molecules called redox signaling molecules. These are the molecules that you make that are absolutely foundational for healthy cell signaling throughout your body. However, here's the challenge. With age, diet, stress, toxins, we begin to make less of these redox signaling molecules. And it's about 10% decline every decade. So by age 50, you've about half the signaling that you had when you were younger. And as a result, things just don't work like they used to. You begin to see, you begin to feel the effects of aging. A simple example. Imagine your home's on fire and you call the fire department, and they're there with the big red truck, the firefighters, the fire hose. They've got everything they need to put out this fire, but what if you have a bad cell signal? They don't get the message. They don't know what the problem is, where the problem is, how serious the problem is, and your home goes up in smoke. Well, it's the same with your health. So let me ask you a very powerful question. What if? What if you could amplify and clarify this critical cell signal and empower your body to work like it's supposed to? That would be a game changer. So introducing ASEA Redox, the world's first and only cell signaling supplement powered by high energy redox signaling molecules. And since this technology is backed by 7 patents and over 1,000 trade secrets, there's no other supplement like it in the world. Now, not only is ASEA Redox a cell signaling technology, but it also signals at the profound depths of the genetic level. In an 8-week study, it was found that drinking ASEA Redox could increase 5 important gene signaling pathways by up to 31%, positively impacting 5 major areas of health: immune function, inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, digestive health, and even hormone balance. It's also been shown that ASEA Redox significantly impacts the NRF2 pathway, which is the master switch that signals the production of the most powerful antioxidants known to man, including the master antioxidant glutathione. Now, 2 separate university studies showed that ASEA Redox increases NRF2 activation by up to 60%, resulting in an increase of glutathione production by up to 55%. So although ASEA Redox is not your traditional antioxidant supplement, its impact on antioxidant health is nothing short of astonishing. Now, this is just one key on the ASEA piano. ASEA Redox is much more than an NRF2 activator or an antioxidant supplement. Remember, signaling impacts every system, every organ, every function of your body. If your cells can't signal, then little else matters. So at this point, let's hear what health and medical professionals are saying about the ASEA Redox breakthrough.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
So hopefully you're beginning to see why this technology is being hailed as one of the most significant health science breakthroughs of our lifetime. It's empowering people to feel better than ever before. For many, it is the missing link to better health and vitality. And it's not just health. Athletes are experiencing improvements in endurance, strength, and recovery, beating personal bests and breaking documented world records. In a university study, mice drinking ASEA Redox for only 7 days ran 29% further to exhaustion due to significant metabolic shifts in their bodies as they started to burn more fat as fuel. And so amateur athletes all the way to Olympic athletes are enjoying the ASEA athletic advantage. Now, after another 5 years of research and development, the scientists behind ASEA Redox were able to develop Renew 28, a topical gel that is infused with these powerful high-energy redox signaling molecules. So you've probably heard it said that seeing is believing. Well, when Renew 28 is applied to the skin, it results in a healthy, clear complexion, tighter, younger looking skin, while dramatically reducing wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite, and many other signs of aging. It also improves skin cell renewal rates and increases skin cell blood flow. We also discovered that when you apply Renew 28 to anywhere that hurts, ideally 3 applications in 5 minutes, over 90% of people notice a significant reduction in their discomfort. Now, I do want to point out that we have continued to expand our range of redox signaling products to include an intensive redox serum for those little trouble spots, and then more recently the redox clay mask, combining our redox signaling gel with an ultra pure bentonite clay. And so headed up by the big blue bottle, this is our cell signaling product division. However, we have 4 product divisions in total. We offer a very clean and effective skincare system called Renew Advanced, high-quality bioavailable nutritionals called ASEA Via, and more recently, fun functional beverages called Cell Performance that address fatigue, brain fog, stress, as well as a vegan amino acid formula that helps your body build its own valuable collagen. Now, of course, the purpose of this video was to introduce you to our remarkable cell signaling technology. Now, we have other videos and websites that go a lot deeper into this health science breakthrough. But for now, I would encourage you to explore some of the other videos on this website. This is where you're going to hear how this technology has impacted people's lives. And some of these stories are absolutely astonishing. Real people sharing real redox results. So this is Alan Noble thanking you for your time today, and bye for now.
Here we go again. So I can't get out of the screen. Hang on, let me see if I can escape out. Okay, let's just stop that. All right, here we go.
Got it.
That technical difficulties. I do want to say that if you have questions, put those in the chat, and Don and Linda will be able to address those afterwards or even during the interview. So tonight we are honored to have Don and Linda Chaney, and they are originally from Baltimore County, Maryland, but they moved to the Villages in Florida. They've been married for 35 years and both retired from federal government jobs as IT managers in 2011, where they met. They don't have any children, but both have experienced losses of parents and siblings due to health challenges. And Linda was diagnosed with a chronic immune challenge in 1995, and it was so devastating, and it appeared to just happen overnight. So they were looking for solutions to return her to quality of life. So Don and Linda, I'm just going to let you kind of take it and run with it. Tell us exactly what was going on in your life during this time and how this came across your path.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Cindy. And thank you, Doria, for having us tonight to share our story. because we hope we can empower others to reach out and find people like me, because I was praying for something to help me because no one likes to live in chronic pain. In 1995, totally healthy person, not on any medications. So if you're out there like that, please listen, because I went to bed and the next morning I woke up literally crippled and in so much pain I could not even walk. I couldn't move. My joints were all swollen. And I mean, I hurt from my neck down to my feet, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to wake my husband up. I was scared. So I sat on the steps and kind of scooted down because I couldn't barely walk, and start doing some research. And I thought I had MS. I just didn't know. And my husband woke up, found me in tears. And I said, I can't move. I just hurt all over. And so, we went through a series of diagnoses trying to find out what was wrong. And finally, one of the doctors, and they were looking at, oh, well, it's the feet, oh, it's the neck, and different things were going on. And finally, it just became so bad that they sent me for tests, and I tested for a very aggressive autoimmune disease that attacks the joints, and another that attacks the muscles and connective tissue. So I was just offered a lot of horrible, horrible drugs with a lot of side effects. And I did do some of them, and they didn't really have any effect on me whatsoever. And one of the doctors had shared with my husband that usually when it hits overnight in such an aggressive form, that probably I would be in a wheelchair in 10 years. So I was praying. So I kept trying to look for things. I had a really good friend, Barbara Johnson, who's a nurse, and she got me involved with some with a company called Niken. It was magnetic therapy, and it did help alleviate the discomfort, and I could function a little bit better, but it never took away the disease. So I just kind of went along and was kept searching, and it ended up finally they found some drugs. One of them was a chemotherapy, and another is a biologic, which I inject every week. And that kind of stabilized it, but I still had progression of the disease. I'll show you, these are my hands, that what happened to them with the disease. So, and they look really painful, but because of ASEA, they're not anymore. But, so it was a progression all along. Luckily, I didn't have to have any joints replaced. I had some major foot surgery and things like that. So we continued along, and Barbara Johnson, we were ready to move to Florida, and 10 years ago, or maybe longer, we met her on the parking lot where we lived in Maryland, and she was going to put gel on Don. And we were like, we're moving tomorrow. We don't have time. And we kind of forgot about it. Well, Barbara came to Florida to visit her mom and stopped by to see us. And she said, Linda, you really need to look at this ASEA. I think it's going to make a difference in your life. And, because I was struggling, I had flare ups, and still struggling at it. And I mean, I remember one of our neighbors saying, you wanted to play golf so bad, but you were almost in tears. You were crying because you were in so much discomfort that you couldn't play. So Barbara said, I think you really need to look at this. So we said, okay, sign us up and we'll start on it. And she advised us how to take it. And I started noticing the inflammation going down in my hands, my feet. Things weren't hurting as much. I was able to go out and play golf again. And so it was kind of gradually getting better. And so finally, after about, I guess, 6 months, I visited my rheumatologist, and he asked what I was doing. And I told him, and he says, I've never heard of it. So he said, well, I said, well, can I get off of these toxic medications? I'm feeling pretty good because I wasn't on the anti-inflammatories anymore. I wasn't on the prednisone anymore. So I was on the one that was methotrexate, which is chemotherapy. He said, well, let's take you off the chemotherapy and see how you do. Come back and visit me in 5 months. And if you're still doing well, we'll reevaluate. So I went back and he said, wow. He said, something is really happening. Your blood work's perfect. There's no inflammation. All the markers are normal. I had these nodules that are this one is almost gone, these huge nodules on my elbows. He said, how would you like to go off all your medication? I said, can I? He says, well, let's do it slowly. So we have reduced my injection to every other week. And I actually see him this month, and I'm going to find out if I can discontinue all the medication. So there were so many other things that I started enjoying because I wasn't hurting anymore. And he made a comment to me, which is really amazing. He said, the medication that I have to offer you has very many side effects because I had to have my liver tested every 8 weeks. He said, and all I can do is hope to slow down the progression of your disease. And as you can see, it wasn't real effective, but he said, I think what you're doing is something repairing your body at a cellular level. He didn't even know about redox. A little bit, I told him. And he said, I think you're in remission. So it's just been an amazing journey. And, my husband, I talked a lot. So I'm going to let him share his story. But I was really excited because I have my quality of life back. I can do anything I wanted to do like I've done before. I play golf, I dance, I ride my bike. I'm active like I was before. Um, and just my whole body is working better. I have more energy. I sleep better. I lost 15 pounds without even trying. Not that I was overweight. And people are seeing me now. They're going, what are you doing? You look 10 years younger. And I just feel great. And I know my friend Barbara's on tonight too. So, but
let me step back into Linda's stories. In March of 2023, early in March of last year, and when a friend Barbara was coming to stop by, she just stopped by on the way back up to Maryland, stopped by to visit us. And Barbara's like a plethora of information on holistic remedies and all. And we invited two other couples to come over and just sit down and have a chat. We sat down and had a conversation with Barbara. It lasted about 4 hours one Saturday. And one girl had a little trigger finger or something. And Barbara said to her husband, "Run outside and get that gel and bring it back in. We'll put it on her finger." Well, she put the gel on her finger, and within minutes, that finger straightened right up. She hadn't been able to bend that finger in years. That really got our attention. We didn't know what redox was. We didn't know what gel was. We didn't know what anything was. But Barbara had mentioned it to us 10 years prior. So we're 10 years delayed in getting started on this ASEA. We're all in on it. We've been spreading the word here in the villages. Uh, and our people have gone back home during the summer months, and they're spreading the word in Ohio and Chicago, up in northeastern states. We're just having a lot of fun with it. And we're starting doing a lot of in-homes here in the villages. We invite people over to our home to see videos on TV or to have interviews with Barbara, maybe other medical professionals, to sit down and have a chat with people. Well, we're doing a three-way without them actually know they're doing a three-way. Three-ways are very, very important in this business. Okay. And you may want to know what the products actually did for me. I thought I was perfectly healthy, sure. Like everyone, they say, well, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me. But I've got this issue in my eyes. I have elevated eye pressure in my eyes, and I've been on 5 different prescription eye drops trying to control, and some of them 2 at a time. 1 drop in the morning, 2 drops in the evening, vice versa. And they're trying to control the pressure. They never could get the pressure down to really where they really liked it. And so Barbara said, just start putting your ASEA in your eyes. So I started spraying it in my eyes, and within about 3 weeks, I had another eye pressure check with the doctor, and my pressure dropped well down into normal range. I want to say normal range, just say like 10 in one eye and 12 in the other, which is very, very normal for eye pressure. Uh, Immediately got my attention. Another thing too, I've been on this proton pump inhibitors for just digestive issues over 25 years. And as we're starting to read now is a lot of articles coming out about early dementia coming from extended use of these type of over-the-counter medications. Actually, I had one pill left in my pill box when Barbara came, and she left us a couple bottles to start off with. So I started using the redox signaling molecules, as Alan Noble was saying, these amazing molecules. And I say, I want to see how long I can go before I take that next pill in my pill box. Well, that pill is still in my pill box today. That was since March of 2023. And that's my story on that issue too. So I've got issues on my knees where it's bone on bone. And I've had MRIs done and x-rays done. I've seen some of the top specialists here in the University of Florida. And they've looked at it. So looking at your x-ray and your MRI, I do not know how you walked in the room normally. I watched you walk in, I watched you gait, they examined me, had a full range of motion. How you doing this, not having any discomfort? Now, so I put this gel on, this Redox gel on my knees, and I showed it to them, and they became very interested. In fact, we need to get back up and make an appointment, get back up and see him and bring some gel to him, especially when the new product comes out. He wants to learn more because he says, I just can't keep giving these people these toxic drugs all the time. Some of them are very addicting habit for me, and I hate to prescribe these medications. So those are three issues that I've come with. You know, we all take the same thing. We all take the redox signaling molecule. Some people call it the water. We drink the water, and we put the gel on. We all do the same thing, but we're all getting different results. It's actually amazing. Like Hunter Dean says, there are 82 keys on the keyboard, and the SIA plays all 82 keys. So we're hitting everything. We're throwing everything at the problems.
That's wonderful testimony, Don. And I like the fact that you were saying, I think someone's not muted. Doria, can you see who that is and mute them? Pardon? I think you're muted now. Don, you're muted. Y'all are muted. There you go.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. I like the fact when you said the doctor was concerned about giving all those toxic medications to his patients. I think a lot of doctors are waking up to what a lot of medications are doing, and they're waking up to the fact that there are alternatives out there. And I mean, see, it's not just the only one. There are lots of things we could do for our health. There's hyperbaric oxygen therapy. There's red light therapy. Things that are obviously insurance doesn't cover it. That's the bad side, but there are no side effects to those things usually. Right. So y'all had been in network marketing before. Mm-hmm. So how long were you with that company?
Let's see. We started, we were in Nikan. We started in 1995, ironically, because my hairdresser sent me to someone who thought might have something that could ease some of the discomfort that I had. And we reached a pretty high level in that company. In fact, that's where we knew David Silverman, Trish Schwinkler, Debbie Wetzler. We kind of had all been in that company, but it was mismanaged, and the products just weren't the same. And although they did give me relief, they didn't do anything to address the immune dysfunction, but it did give me some relief, so I could at least get out of bed and be independent.
Yeah. So how would you compare that company to this company when it comes to the leadership?
Oh my gosh, this company is like light years above. If you've been in network marketing before and say never again, which many of us have, this company is so different because it's so much support. There's many medical doctors. There's many Zoom calls with medical professionals. And there are many people that you can network with who want to help each other. And the company itself has a heart, and they really care about the people. We've gone to a fly-in twice, and just the people that were there, and how much support they give you to actually go out and share this product with other people. They want you to be successful, and it's the easiest product that I've ever shared with anyone. And the support that you get, the documentation you get from corporate, and the ease of getting questions answered about the product if people have issues. It's just beyond anything I've ever imagined. What would you say, Don?
Well, they have a great support system. When you call the support center, and now that we've reached a platinum level, they've elevated us to the next higher level support system. I know some of you may have to call your upline diamond for diamond support issues, but we feel like we get the same treatment at the platinum level.
I mean, they even call and work with my team. You know, they want you to be successful, and they want this product to reach the hands of people who need it. And they're so compassionate about that. The thing that really got my interest and gave me goosebumps is that this could have been sold to a pharmaceutical company, which means the people that were having success with the product would have had to, it would not have been made available to them. And who knows where their health would have deteriorated. And the founder, Burtis Norton, didn't sell because he cared more about the people than the profit. And where do you find somebody giving you legendary money that you want to get this to the world to help people who are suffering? That made me feel passionate about this company. And because it reached me and helped me to get my quality of life back, I feel really compelled that I just need to reach out. There's somebody out there praying for what we have, and we need to share this with our heart.
Linda, I can't tell you how many times that we've had guests on and they say, I was praying for this, I was praying for an answer, and so came into my life. And Debbie Wetzler was one of them, for example. But yeah, this is the fact that they did not sell this to a pharmaceutical company. This could have cost a lot more. And then you would have had to have gone to your doctor to even get it if it had gone that route. If they had not buried it, I'm sure that was probably foremost on their list, because think of what the competition, how this could affect the competition out there as far as pharmaceuticals, I'll say. And one more question, then I'm going to let Doria ask her question. So I love the fact of how you've built your team and the size of the team you built. You've actually spoken on stage at our conference, I think, recently.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you share with people, how do you share? I mean, I know you do in homes, do a three-way. How do you pique interest when you start talking to a stranger?
That's a good question. If you ask Dr. Jim Cusick about it, he'd say I mowed him in his driveway. He lives around the corner from me. I was on my way to play golf one day, and he was working on something in his driveway. And I said, I need to talk to that doctor. He's a retired emergency room physician. And I said, I need to talk to him about a SIA. So I spun the golf cart around. And I said, hey, Doc, I'm late for a tea time right now. I've got some information on redox signaling. Do you know anything about redox molecules? He said, never heard of it. And I said, we got Dr. Silverman coming in town. Can you evaluate this and let me know what you think about redox? Is this stuff for real? Now, we've already been in many, many months. I think we were probably at the silver and gold level at the time. So I kind of knew a lot about the redox. And I just want him to come up and help me understand it more. And he said, sure, for you, Don. I'll do it for you, Don. So he became inquisitive about it. And then he started researching it himself. And he's read over 300 peer-reviewed articles. And first of all, he said, when he looked it up on the internet, he said, that's just salt water. It's a scam. Yeah, how could this be? But after having read 300 peer-reviewed articles, and he can't deny all the testimonies that he hears coming from a multitude of people, he said, there's got to be something for it. And he's actually tried the product on his family members to see what it would do for them. He's getting amazing results on his older sister that he cannot believe. I won't say she's calling him up every week, telling him something new that she's discovered with using a SIA, whether it be on a knee or neck or a back or some issues on her legs or whatever. But It's absolutely amazing. So, yeah, we continue sharing it with people, and yeah, people they don't know what redox is. I didn't know what redox was, and I said, it's just something you need to take a look at. Now, like Alan Noble says in his video earlier, it's not a vitamin, it's not an antioxidant, it's not a nutrient, it's not a CBD or essential oil or any of that stuff. It's just something new that doctors aren't familiar with. If you go to your doctor and ask them about it, they're not going to know what it is. If they didn't come out of med school in the early 2000s, they won't know what it is. But I've got a lot of information, and I can tell you where you get scientific information on it. Just come and share it. Come listen to hear what we got to say. All you got to lose is your discomfort. I try to get their attention that way. So,
And I know a lot of times we tell people don't go to the internet to look it up. That's just not, you're going to find a lot of false statements on there. So we send them to pubmed.gov. There's a lot of documented scientific data, and there are thousands of articles on redox signaling that he could be there all day looking at it. But it's just something they've not learned about. And but the thing is, and but Ed Weens posted something tonight I thought was cute. So doctors will throw tons of toxic pills at patients and they take them, no questions asked. But you give them something or try to give them something natural or holistic or non-toxic, and they all of a sudden they become researchers. So it's kind of funny. But Dory, I'm going to turn it over to you. And again, if anyone has questions, go ahead and put those in the chat for Don and Linda.
So I just have a few comments, and then I have just a couple other questions. But I speak on that because I work currently in a doctor's office. I'm a GI nurse, a gastrointestinal nurse that works in a recovery room. And so when the pharmaceutical reps come, they come with lots of food, lots of wonderful food, and they sit with our physicians very briefly going over the new pharmaceuticals that are coming out, and our physicians really don't have time to read it. Really, they're just going by what the pharmaceutical salesperson is saying, and then they'll say okay. So, and I'm not going to get back on, a lot of them get kickbacks from even writing the prescriptions, so I'm not going to even go any further with that. But anyway, I'll get myself in trouble here. But I wanted to also speak on, you talk about gut issues. That's one of the things that they noticed right away with the Torrent Lab study is that it helped with gut issues. In the field that I'm in, I see probably 50 patients a week that are having endoscopies and colonoscopies. And these are as young as 14 years of age up till you're about 68. And it's heartbreaking for me knowing what I know. And I have a conflict of interest because I can't, share this product with them, but it kind of breaks my heart. But just imagine if they knew about this, this product, what that would do for them. So that's just a comment I wanted to make. The other comment I have is you're in the villages. So this is a retirement community, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So so these people are coming, they've worked hard all their lives, and, they've saved money, and, what happens a lot of times with elderly patients, or elderly people, I should say, is that they have so many health conditions that causes them to spend, the money that they earned on medications and treatments, right? Yeah. So what a blessing you are to be in the villages, to be able to share this technology with them. And so for you, just kind of just speak on that. You've got your health back, you're able to golf and do the things that you enjoy. So how is this benefiting you monetarily?
Oh, wow.
Well, I'll start this one off. Like we mentioned earlier, we're both retired from federal government. We have nice annuities. We invested all of our lives. We got nice income coming from the IRA. We really did not need this. We really did not need it. I could easily walked away from it. But when we saw what the product did for people, I said, we have to go out there and share it. We just been sharing it to help other people. If it helps us, I want to go out there and help other people so they can enjoy the golf and they can enjoy the pickleball or any sport activities they want. And yes, it has been very lucrative as far as income coming in, but that's not our goal, not our mission. Our mission is to go out there and help people. The money happens.
And so many of the people here are on so many medications. and they're not even getting the results that they're looking for. And then they've got all the contraindications. And we're very fortunate that when Dr. Cusick joined our team, he can explain all of the interactions with you take one medication, it's these side effects, and now how you're just combining so many side effects. So when I say, I've worked a plan, don't go off medications, but if these medications aren't helping you, then would you like to look at a different plan that maybe would make you feel better, get you back out there playing again, restore your health, and maybe save some money by getting off of these toxic drugs? Yes, a lot of them are covered with insurance. There's still a copay, but they're impacting your health. So would you like to look at something that has no side effects, that could give you your life back, give you your youth back, and get you back out there enjoying your retirement years? So I said, we're doing presentations at our home, and we invite you to come over. It's a presentation to share with a company that we found that is changing people's lives at the cellular level. There is a doctor doing the presentation, and you can ask questions. What we do is, my friend Barbara, I mean, we use like a presentation, a pre-recorded presentation, and I'll have a healthcare professional that's available to answer even more questions after that presentation. So a lot of people are on all the medications and not getting well. We had a guy that had a wound that would not heal. He wasn't even diabetic, but we showed him this, and his wound healed in like 4 weeks after a year of not healing. So when you're showing people what this does, and you're just sharing, I have nothing for sale, I'm just sharing information and education. What you do with it is up to you. And then people get excited, and I said, well, who do you know that might be interested in restoring their health? Do you want to bring them next week to our home so they can learn about this? And so people bring people just because people want to get well.
So that's want to reiterate what a blessing you are into that community to be able to share this with them. I did have one other thing, and I don't remember where I put it now. Oh, you were saying that's the other thing is that a lot of people say, well, I just got XYZ. Like you said, you woke up the next morning and you were having the symptomology. But what people don't realize that you have something going on at the cellular level for 7 years before you start showing symptoms. So it just happened to be that when you woke up that morning that, it kind of showed its ugly head, so to speak. But we're just talking about a cellular technology that is allowing your cells to communicate with other cells to bring the quality resources, to ignite your immune system so that your body can heal itself. So we just have to keep reiterating, this is not to treat, diagnose, or cure anything. But again, if you give the body what it needs, it will heal itself. So yes, thank you.
That's so true. And that's so true that this was probably, I had a lot of stress in my life, and I've lost I've lost my parents, grandparents, and I'm the oldest of 6 children. And I just saw their health, and I just said, there's got to be something out there. I mean, this happened to me, but then I kept thinking, there's got to be something out there that can prevent what my family has died from. And so prevention, I mean, it's not curing these diseases. Like you said, you're giving your body what it needs to restore the homeostasis and the balance in your body.
I was looking for some other questions here in the chat. Let me see.
I did put in the pubmed.gov as the research
Okay.
site and then
Yeah.
type in redox signaling. I think that's all that I see.
Yeah.
If you go into the PubMed and do redox signaling, I have also found you can do redox signaling and cancer. and arthritis. I mean, this is a government published,
Right.
and we're not saying ASEA, we're just saying redox signaling, and all kinds of research and studies will come up with diabetes, and this is research that's being done by our own NIH government. So it's out there. And when you see that, you're going, well, why don't we know about this? And it's going to take an army of us to get the word out.
It takes the education piece, like you just said, when you do the workshops and you just educate. You're not selling, you're just educating people.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. But we want to thank you so much, Linda and Don, for tonight and for being our guest. This has been an awesome testimony. We will upload this to our YouTube channel. It should be available later tonight or early in the morning at the latest. Share this if you want to. Get back to Dory, I'm going to let you close it out tonight.
Okay.
Sorry, I got
All
carried away.
right. So yes, we're so thankful that you again, had joined us this evening. What an awesome testimony. I have thought about 5 people I'm going to send this recording to. And like Cindy said, we upload this to our YouTube channel. So you just go to, you search Redox Nurse Talk at Redox Nurse Talk, and you'll find it there. There's about 80 videos up there that you can look at. But if, whoever invited you to this call, so if someone's new and was invited this evening, make sure you get back to the person that invited you so that you can get your questions answered. And we all have other videos, and we have other products that support our and nourish our cell. And we have a wonderful skincare system, so you can find out about that too. We have another amazing guest next week. And then after that, Christmas is coming. So we got we'll be off for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back for the new year. I'm trying to remember what date that is in January, but it'll be the first Tuesday, I think, is it the first Tuesday in January or the second Tuesday? But anyway.
It is. It's the first. It's January 7th.
Okay, January 7th, but one more guest for next week. We're not going to tell you who she is until you see her flyer, but she's also amazing. And again, thank you for, being on the call tonight, and blessings to you.
Oh, blessings to all of you. And I pray that we can reach out to help so many people. And thank you for letting us share with you.